Will continue to head down bottom.
Something that they've done before, multiple times already throughout this major. Just leave ice on the safe lane, especially when they were playing Alchemist with the acid spray. And the Tusk, this time around, they don't have that strong of a tri-lane, but it's still super strong. I remember historically, you know, Disruptor, he was not considered. Like every single time, when, like the tri-lanes were a thing, everyone was playing it. You see a Disruptor, you want to aggressive tri-lane, because what he brings is pretty much just Thunderstrike.
Set him nice, side. Deal with Fly and Kaka putting pressure. Got to find some decent PS underneath the tower. It's a mid lane match. Definitely eyes on how well he's going to be able to do against Arbet, how much he's going to be able to get up lane. Bottom lane, Ollie. Oh, going to be just slightly up the mark with the stun, but he doesn't. G will be the ones to first love with the tri-lane.
Right now, they're thinking, do we help Kaka on the top lane? Made the big pull, will deny some of the creeps, will get level 2 by that. The way EG is playing, like they're sacrificing Ice's Ice Farm. He's one of the craziest players out there. You know, he will eventually do something that might sound or look stupid, and like EG will get the advantage. Like remember the Pango here, when he was playing Pango, just rolling inside the base, going near the tier 4 towers, and then you see like 1 or 2 people rotating, trying to punish that, which opens up the more space for EG.
Lane Emo and get up aggressive onto Arbet. Heroes just baiting each other. Arbet still with verifiers to play with.
Using the healing salve, has a bottle coming up to him, so that's gonna be good. Emo, ooh, that arrow.
Careful. It's over from Prim. We're seeing already in the mid matchup, Arbet is just having a phenomenal time against Emo in the 1v1. 11 for 6 against 6 for 4. Arbet, so that there's no rotations or any input from the rest of the members of IG around this mid lane. We're going to see Arbet get some very quick item time.
He will be. Also, Mirana without Marcy doesn't seem that strong. He does not have anyone besides the arrows. Arbet just playing very aggressive on a mid lane with 1-1-1 build. You know, it's a Morphling, very hard to kill, but Arbet so far doing a really good job. 15 CS, 8 denies. He has more denies than Morphling has CS. Pretty impressive.
Top lane, they do get the kill onto Ice. Did Frick can get the return kill onto Kaka. Stick charges. They're running him down. Kaka can get away from this. Down in 6 degrees. Frick won't be able to follow. Then up top, of course, this is the lane where we imagine EG are going to have a tougher time with the way it's been set up. See how much Frick's around. Make it a little safer for Ice.
When you have offlaner on the safe lane and he gets a bottle, like I want to see if they will be able to like contest the 5-minute bounty rune. If you don't get it, like there should be also pressuring the bottom lane 5 minutes in, just securing the bounty, especially since JT picked up that bottle, you know, so that they don't get any value from the bounty.
I goes for the rune, but with a quick waveform, Emo in.
Denied.
Stop Arbet from getting the bottom. It's 21 and 11 against 8 for 4. Emo pretty much having no game at all so far in this laning stage, as Arbet has completely demolished him.
He still needs 50 gold to finish off his bottle. Level 4, Storm 5.25. Looks really good for Arbet.
That one fly. You're right here with RTZ by his side. JT and Ollie not going to try and dive anymore. CS at the moment down on the bottom lane. JT 24-1 against RTZ's 18-1. Easy try and turn, but as soon as spells come out, JT's able to push him away. He's not able to get too much damage done with the Edict. Up top, Kaka. Prepare the jungle.
Oh, the glimpse. He does not want him to refill the bottle.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
Shield, but JT's going to have another God's Rebuke in a couple of seconds. Fly.
He got him. Now that was such a nice done by Oli. Using glimpse just to secure that Arteezy is not going to pick up the bounty, refill his bottle, the spear, they get the rune. Meanwhile, Arteezy is getting some free CS on the bottom lane uncontested.
Goes on up top, Ice. He's actually getting quite a bit out of this. Seeing, of course, still the edge from Fly at the moment. He's the top farmer on the board, Fly. No pressure onto the Naga Siren with his lane set up, like all the space in the world. Is it going to be up to EG to make any sort of rotation up towards the Naga Siren? I mean, when are we going to see EG start to group together and go? Is it, how early is that going to happen?
Well, once Beastmaster hits level 6 and get Book 1, they could potentially threaten a kill on Naga with just one hero rotating. Kaka will still be invis. Like mid laners, they like when there's a lot of action happening on the side lanes, where like people die and then they get their bottle refilled, especially if they're not controlling the runes, like if they're not using the guns. We've seen like both supports coming in, taking the runes instead of being it bottled. Emo, a bit aggressive on the mid lane.
They're really pushing the limits here, two of them. Abed and Emo, really testing each other's capabilities and themselves alive. We're going to see Abed go for the reset, TV's back to base.
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall?
Does at the bottom, bouncy rune still preserved for him. Be able to stay out on the map. So it's actually about a free way away from hitting the 6. Side JT, so just about to at level 6. And at that point, RTZ's going to have to be very careful down here. This move from Abed sort of knows that JT's about to. He knows that JT's going to look for an aggressive play, so he's going to be here ready and prepared to back RTZ up.
He's having a really nice read. What's happening? RTZ.
JT lead in, and Abed zip in onto JT. He's going to pop the stick charges, limps to separate Abed for now, but Abed's ready to come back in, closes the gap, get the kill done, and now RTZ's going to dive in onto Ollie as well.
Abed even get the courier. Yeah, that's such a big move. Like, they didn't get too much out of XP while all this was happening. Like, there was no one on the mid lane. Chris kind of connected the lost one to the creep wave. He was pulling the top lane, but nice move from Abed. You know, DP's back to base, refills his bottle, comes back to the bottom, secures 2 kills, a courier, and some damage on the tower. Doesn't
get much better than that from Abed's early rotations. Make his way back over to the mid. Crit able to pick up some XP whilst this was happening. The 8-minute rune come into play. Emo and Ollie looking to protect it. Ollie's actually going to take the arrow. Here is Crit's able to find a connection. Abed will come in for the CJ. Pulls him with the vortex. Will be able to get the kill. Emo's trying to find Abed. He's out to the side now. The regen being pumped. He's going to be able to get back in. He wants to his RTZ and Fly. They're running down Emo. Goes away and Abed, who just regens. Doesn't want to zip in too aggressively whilst they don't have vision over there.
Sometimes stars just blind. You know, he picked up that region, he finds the jelly straight away, still has that region up and running. So wants to make a move on JT.
JT shows. Be a little spooky for him, JT.
Whoa, what I
something
missed?
up. Abed. Quite be able to find him. JT plays it safe. We'll also have Emo coming down here. Emo making his way over. The 2 of them can get some sort of a play going. JT does have the arena, but EG, they've got 3 here.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom
Back
tower
up a Fly, Abed, an incredibly tricky hero to set up on.
IG has 2 farming cores, like Morphling can't make those aggressive moves, those supports kind of need level to be able to rotate, so it's going to be a lot on JT's shoulders to make the moves. Arena is online, he's level 7, but so is Beastmaster. Necrobook 1 done, Roar available, like they could just set things up, but there's still no Song. He didn't even save a point on Naga Siren, so very killable, but there is a rotation. JT plus Phoenix making a move.
Yeah, so it's definitely easier for Force to take down right now. They'll drop the arena and there's no chance right side. Rotation on the Beastmaster at the same time around mid though. Abed able to get the jump in onto Ollie.
This is going to be such a good timing on Orchid from Storm Spirit. Something that the Storm does not like play. Orchid does not like play into, where like that Manta style is a very costly item, and they don't have like a real save. There is Song of the Siren, but most of the time Naga and Morphling will not be in the same spot on the map.
Dire's top tower is about to fall.
Focus around a bit. Nice.
Did
With the
Radiant's
Roar,
bottom tower
if
just
anyone
fall?
steps up too far, space is made for
Dire's
EG
top
to
tower
hit the
has
bottom tier 1
radiant
tower.
shaped problems.
RTZ, of course, now with the maxed out Diabolic Edict. Takes his objectives very
Dire's top
fast.
tower is under
Set up top, Fly being left alone. Tier 1 taken in return. Crit sitting up here, scouting out some action with the Invis. Not going to initiate or anything though, as he is purely on his own. lane. Arbed, ISO Size and Fly trying to set up from the side. ISO Size wants to try and go for the raw opportunity. It's about it there, but Emo is able to zip out with the waveform and stop on right behind. Tricky of a move to be made. Top Crit continuing to get more information. Remainder of that invis room will now come to a finish, and Arbed speed up here, maybe to see if they can start something off. It's hard. Fly around, and as you said, they don't know if he's got the song or not, so they are going to respect the Naga sign.
Smoke from IG. Disruptor still level 5. Phoenix is 6. They might, I think they have enough damage if they go with Arena. Once again, Size. Careful. Let's see what these Radius. Radiant using a scan. They know someone is in triangle. Yeah, Size, he looks pretty dead.
Oh! I mean...
A bit of Kale.
I mean, let's see. It was at this moment he realized. No, I mean, Size.
They're also laughing. Yeah, they're tipping Size. You know, just giving that money so he can retire earlier. Just keep collecting it. What I like about EG, it's like warding. Like these two wards that they have on the bottom part of the map are pretty much the similar, exact same wards that they had when they played Alchemist offlane when he had the 9-minute battle fury.
Yes.
And those two wards did not get the ward. You can scout the rotations, possibly like also smoke rotations when people are coming to tier 2 tower, any rotations in the lane, TP rotations, and the deep ward inside the like this area, but still did not get rewarded. So probably pretty dead.
Throw the raw there as well. Didn't achieve anything with it, or maybe it will actually, because Ollie set up very low. Crit and RTG able to come in and get Ollie in return. Be able to chase for more though. Darker and JT a bit feeding the targets. They're out there.
I talked about the itemization on Arteezy, like the earlier boots of travel. You can kind of see the patterns in what EG is doing, pretty much the similar style of playing. Picks up the boots of travel when he was playing the Razor. Like, he needs to be greeted this time around because he is the core. Like, he needs to be able to scale. Morana ulti, JT, no dust.
Oh! There's in there. RTZ gonna latch on, but anything as he goes straight through the trees. Mid Arbed, very close. We'll see Emo responding to that build. He's going to be getting the duels first.
Okay,
Tower has some radiant
like, it's a cheaper way of dispelling things. They have no save whatsoever, so he needs to be able to remove those silences. I've seen it a couple of times. It can work.
Interesting direction, but definitely a necessary one. In the jungle, Fred trying to get in straight in the middle of them, and Link gets pulled down. Obviously, no real chance of getting away with the 3 points on Glimpse. Ollie would always be able to bring him back, so get in and do as much damage as he could before he goes down.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Beastmaster, he's really struggling this time. He got caught 3 times. The start of his early game wasn't really good because he was playing into dual lane against the Beastmaster.
Go for JT, but JT did get the arena down. On someone from Arteezy, the arena wall still holding back EG. Not able to set up anything off the back of that raw attempt. Also likewise with JT, his ult also on cooldown.
Having a bad day.
He has enough money to buy a Blink Dagger to just go to base. Pick up that Blink Dagger, no arena, but he can always make
Dire's
those
middle
spear
tower
plays
under
into the towers, into buildings or cliffs. Storm
Radiant's bottom tower
just
is
finish
under
off the
attack.
Orchid. 13 minutes in. Does anyone have a smoke? There is one smoke on Crit. Oh, Emo.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom
Like,
tower
he's
is
super
about
close.
to
Like, he
fall.
just needs one guess to be able to actually get that Fuel Scepter, and then we'll have a way of dispelling this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Storm.
attack.
Definitely need to keep the pressure up. Moment in time, IG with the greedy lineup with a Morphling and a Naga Siren. They are 2,000, 3,000 gold ahead.
They feel, you know, much safer going into the late game. Their team fight is much stronger. EG, they are the ones who need making stuff on the map with the Orchid on the Storm Spirit. Like, they should try to look for a pickoff. But IG seems like they're having a really good read what's going on. Just going together, also smoking up. Arteezy just showed on top.
Really close in on him on time. They're going straight towards him over in the mid lane. Job's going to be made onto Emo first though by EG. Easy to take down the Morph. Easy in trouble. The spear actually missing. Look at the statue. Finally calls the recommending the TP over. Arteezy will still go down. Fly unable to help him to the high ground. Looks back onto Arbet. Arbet will be taken straight back to the mid.
Fly use a Photic Shield on himself. I don't think it would matter. I believe he's already dead. But nice move rotation. They still lose one. IG should be careful when the rest of the team is using a smoke like that. You need to be very careful, like what you're doing with the hero, especially as a Morphling. We said as I kind of struggling this time around. Has a boost 15 minutes in, but he also has a
Trying to get the grab onto my side. Still going to lay down the roar. The arrow follow-up. Retracts him with the burst. They got enough. They do. JT taken down.
And now they can start putting pressure on this tower. This tower's actually that they have 4 points of eating, but Arteezy, like, you need to be a bit more careful. Yes, you have a battle behind yourself. You're still very good. The only item you have pretty much is Kaya, so you don't have that much HP.
Radiant just for
Good chance to get in on this.
Dire's top tower. Radiant
Risking
shape
the high ground of IG's triangle. Back on track, taking
Dire's
towers.
top tower is under
Still
attack.
yet to slow down the farm really of Fly. 9k net
Things
worth
would
coming
happen
in.
to Radiant's middle tower.
Fly has been having an amazing time most of the time on just on the top lane. Has that Manta style, which will increase his farming capabilities. Going into Scotty next, just wants to be able to tank up. He understands most of the damage coming from the flash track. Song.
Dire's top
Song
tower.
set up Molly has no Static Storm. They could look to drop everything on Arteezy and they will. Static Storm, Supernova down. Fly and Arteezy are going to try to put it down. Supernova successful. Arteezy goes down. Fly, buy himself a bit of time with the borrowed time. Chase him down and bring him back. They can. Ollie with the clip. Gets Fly back in the reaches of JT and Kaka as Fly will slowly be burned down. They're out there.
I talked about the itemization on Arteezy, like the earlier boots of travel. You can kind of see the patterns in what EG is doing, pretty much the similar style of playing. Picks up the boots of travel when he was playing the Razor. Like, he needs to be greedy this time around because he is the core. Like, he needs to be able to scale. Morana ulti. JT, no dust.
Oh! Spears in there. Arteezy not going to latch on for anything as he goes straight through the trees. Mid Ahmed, very close. Emo responding to that build. He's going to be getting the duels first.
Dire's
Okay,
top tower is about to fall.
Like, it's a cheaper way of dispelling things. You have no say whatsoever, so he needs to be able to remove those silences. I've seen it a couple of times. It can work.
Interesting direction, but definitely a necessary one. In the jungle, Fred. Straight in the middle of them and looking to it death. Obviously, no real chance of getting away with the 3 points on Glimpse. Ollie would always be able to bring him back. So get in and do as much damage before he goes down.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Beastmaster, he's really struggling this time. He got caught 3 times. Start of his early game wasn't really good because he was playing into dual lane against Beastmaster.
Go for JT, but JT can get the arena down. Once over from Arteezy, the arena wall still holding back each. Not able to set up anything off the back of that Roar attempt. Also likewise for JT, his ult also on cooldown.
Having a bad day.
He has enough money to buy a Blink Dagger to just go to base. Pick up that Blink Dagger, no arena, but he can always make
Is
those
Dire going to
spear
let
plays
that middle
into the
tower
towers, in the building sport plays. Storm
Jax thinks Radiant's
just
bottom
finished off
tower
the
is
orchid.
about to fall.
13 minutes in.
He's wrong.
Does anyone have a smoke? There is one smoke on Crit. Oh, Emo.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom
Like,
tower,
he's super
better
close. Like, he
hurry.
just needs one guess to be able to actually get that Fuel Scepter, and then he will have a way of dispelling this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely need to keep the pressure. Moment in time, IG with the greedy lineup with a Morphling and a Naga Siren.
Did Radiant's
They are
bottom tower
2,000,
just
3,000 gold ahead.
No, that's
They feel, much safer going into the late game. Their team fight is much stronger. EG, they are the ones who need making stuff on the map with the Orchid on a Storm Spirit. like they should try to look for a pickoff. Like IG seems like they're having a really good read what's going on. Just going together, also smoking up. Arteezy just showed on top.
Closing on him on time. Great. Towards him over the mid lane. Shots being made onto Emo first though by EG. He'll take down the ball. EG in trouble. The split actually missing. Drop the static stop. Time being called for the rest of EG. The TP over. Will still go down. Fly unable to help him from the high ground. Moves back onto Arbet. So Arbet will be taken straight back to the mid.
And Fly use a Photic Shield on himself. I don't think it would matter. I believe he was already dead. But nice move rotation. They still lose one. IG should be careful when the rest of the team is using a smoke like that. You need to be very careful, like what you're doing with the hero, especially as a Morphling. Which I guess is kind of struggling this time around. Has a bit 15 minutes in, but he also has to
Get the grab onto my side. Still going to lay down the roar. The arrow follow. Quick jumps in with the burst. They got enough. They do. JT taken down.
And now they can start putting pressure on this tower. This tower's actually nice. They have 4 points in Edict, but Arteezy, like, he needs to be a bit more careful. Yes, you have a battle behind yourself. You're still very good. The only item you have pretty much is Kaya, so you don't have that much HP.
Radiant just
Love it. Good chance to get in on this.
Dire's top tower.
Risk it.
Radiant shape
The high ground of IG's triangle. Back on track, taking
Dire's
towers.
top tower is under
Still
attack.
yet to slow down the farm really of Fly. 9k net
Radiant's
worth
middle
coming
tower
in.
is under attack.
Fly has been having an amazing
Dire's
time
top
most of the
tower
time
is
on
under
the top lane, has that Manta style which will increase his farming capabilities, going into Scotty next, just wants to be able to tank up. He understands most of the damage comes from the last rack. Song.
Dire's top
Song
tower
set
is
up Molly has got Static Storm. They could look to drop everything on Arteezy and they will. Static Storm, Supernova down. Flying Arteezy up the side. Supernova successful. Arteezy goes down. Fly himself a bit of time with the borrowed time. Chase him down and bring him back. They can. Ollie with the clip. Gets Fly back in the reaches of JT and Kaka as Fly will slowly be burned down.
Yeah, that was such a clutch Yule Scepter coming up from the Morphling there. Yes, you heard that correctly. Yule Scepter from the Morphling, who wanted to have something to repel Silence coming from the storm, and he uses it just so that he secures X, manages to get off in a team fight. Monster Stone found by EG. Every single time I see that item, I'm like, yeah, this is good, you know, because your position 4, your position 5, they'll always want to hold that item.
Playing Arteezy. 0 line at the moment. Gonna try and open up on Emo here. Moves in with the stun. He's gonna be able to find him. Emo was not ready for that one bit. Arteezy strikes from the shadows and gets the solo kill on the Morph. Over the triangle. Ahmed leading in with the back of the right side. They drop the wall down on the deck. Might like trying to go for Ahmed, but Ahmed still with mana to play with. He's out.
Now you can see the damage coming up from the Nagasara. Good 2 pickoffs, especially the one from Arteezy, pretty much the solo kill. Now he starts to put some pressure on the top tower. Edict, such a powerful ability
and over here,
against the towers.
Radiant's top tower about to fall.
Buildings just as fast as they need to really. Coming up to 18 minutes in. They've already taken 4 towers away. Whilst they themselves have only lost the one tier 1 top. Fly, protecting Arteezy here with this aggressive positioning. Emo. Try and lead in onto Fly. Get the glimpse back onto Quick. Static Storm dropped as well. Fly having his left to keep their life from outside the storm. A crit will still fall. Emo moving in onto Arteezy. Good set up. JT's got the arena down. Moving down to Arteezy. He doesn't the back with Ahmed. In with the dive. Stops the combo from JT. Ahmed, the saviour, coming in to turn it around. As Fly, he'll also fall. As EG, they're able to take down 4 of IG. They're going to go straight for the pin.
Yeah, try to get that Aegis. Arteezy was running low on mana, manages to get the arcane ring, just a bit more damage. And you said it, Abed just stops the combo. He understands where the most of the damage is going to come from. They have Fly on a pattern, keeping them alive. Arrow inside the pit. Can connect. They can't respond to this. They do not have Nagasaren for 20 seconds. Song will be available, but this is exactly how EG needs to play. Like, they need to be aggressive. They need to make stuff happen right now, get some advantage with their lineup.
IG definitely going to be a little shaken up after that last move. Lead at the moment for EG. In a very close position here between these two teams. EG are getting these objectives, but it's not like IG's cores are falling behind in far. Emo, especially Fly, Getting a lot out of the game right now. Ready, halfway pretty much towards the Skadi. Lifeline. You see that fight, that turnaround again. It really did look like it absolutely could have gone IG's way. If Gatey was able to get in and get that combo down onto RTZ, taking the ledge out, which would have looked a whole lot different.
Arrow.
Do have the ults up, IG. IG could look to set something up a lot harder now that there is that ace on RTZ. Emo. Boys, he's got to be careful, Emo. JT. RTZ's also got to be careful. JT's able to get in, spear RTZ the other one. JT's getting it up, and now Arbe, he's in the backline. See Emo just staying in now. For now, what's the ult? Arbe comes in on the side. It's going to be successful this time. Catches three of them. RTZ might not. Arbe just up it over. Also, he brings down the disruptor. Long set up from Fly being used here to actually allow IG to back away.
Oh man, this was such a big move. Like, he caught Morphling, but there was no real follow-up. They just needed one extra stun, an arrow, or Storm Spirit jumping in. Then Storm jumps on the Phoenix, who manages to get the Supernova off. And once again, those Yule Scepters, just keeping them in the air so the egg can go off. Like a bit of a throw there. RTZ, like, he lost the Bloodstone charges as well. On top of that, he thought he was tanky, but the team was not there.
Stupid!
No, not at all. Just a little too far forward away from the rest of the squad, and not the usage out of the Aegis that EG kind of need to get when they're running a lineup like this. These sort of deaths and slowdowns in the process that they're going for with their draft, it's gonna hurt.
That was kind of like a shocked Pikachu face, or what's going on? Where's the rest of the team? And this will slow them down. Like, still, Morphling doesn't deal that much damage. He didn't get the mantle, so you don't get the stats. Yule Scepter is a cheaper way of dispelling things. Now going into E-Blade, so that's going to help out quite a lot with dealing the damage. But still needs some more time. You know, he's not a real carry in this game.
With the brawl and the arrow, everything being laid down onto Emo, and the stun there got it. Not enough strength being built up. Emo will fall. Ollie will as well. GG make moves here with the four of them. RTZ will also come over to start bringing in this top lane. Start pressuring the tier 2s again. They make these moves, enable Arbed. Arbed very close to the BKB, just a recipe away.
Double damage!
Still having a flawless game. 6-0-5 on the Storm Spirit.
Abed, this time around, like, he does not want to go for any greedy items. He needs that BKB. He wants to be able to jump the back lines, does not care about Song. They have literally no abilities that go through magic immunity other than Supernova. But Abed's job is just going to be, like, I'll try to go get a jump on Phoenix. It's not going to be that easy because Phoenix has Yule right now, so they need some follow-up.
Progress-wise for IG Fly. Skadi is going to be done for the next fight. This is Naga Siren. It's going to be huge. EG, they're going to have to be really prepared to deal with and keep that distance from Fly. If they get any sort of lockdown onto the cores, Fly will tear them apart. Fly also going for color coordinated build. It's kind of greenish, bluish. I really like that. Like, even the neutral item is also greenish. About the fashion. It looks good.
Yeah, after seeing Arteezy, you know, bringing out the fashion, it's like, maybe I can't do it in real life, but I'll do it in game. Matters
Jax
more.
thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
Talking about fashion on Naga Siren, here's one for you look across. What did Naga Siren wear to the maths test?
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower
Analogy,
is about
bro.
to fall. Dire just fortified.
Alright.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So, Morphling, you know, still put some pressure. He's not that easy to kill, but if they try to surprise him one more time, there is always going to be this Sun Ray right now. Also, Phoenix going for the is getting a ton of harm. Yule Scepter going for that house.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's tier 2 mid. Fly. Got the Song Center, but they're a little too close to each other. Ice and Crit. They're looking pretty tasty here, Ollie. He lays down the Storm combo. They're calling it. They'll try to do the best of it. They read it down. Evo comes and falls up. Takes down Ice.
Yeah, that was such a beautiful song on Mirana. First thing that comes to my mind is they actually got Mirana there, and a beautiful song.
Haste.
Nice setup. JT getting closer to the BKB. Like once he gets that, there's still like Edict, there's a Beastmaster Roar. I still feel they will need to like, they have a lot of problems right now because they feel like they're under pressure. They need to be doing stuff. You're playing into two agi carry heroes. You have like your left track, your Storm, their intelligence. So IG's lineup is much easier in the late game.
Aggressive moves going. Fly. Getting here around the boundary rune spot. We'll be able to get the pickup on it. Actually, don't really want to commit on it. They know there's backup coming in. His Arbed zips straight over. Look towards the Mars. Mars will be healed up by the Sunray. To the side, Arteezy looking towards Flyfly. Arbed's in. He's a little low on mana, Arbed. They can continue to chase down Flyfly. They can't. Flyfly will be fine. Jason comes in with a spear to push Fly back.
Flyfly just a bit too speedy. Fly has one fly, you know, so it makes a lot of sense.
Fly equals...
Yeah, it's
Fly
like having, you know, 2
fly.
horsepower and the other guy has 1 horsepower. It's, has double the amount, so it's gonna be more speedy, which makes a lot of sense.
Radiant's middle
Arrow
tower.
does not connect.
Yeah, mate. He's now going to put the Bloodstone in. BKB caught by Arbed. Arbed trying to push back the 18. He's low mana. Super Nova comes out. He's got a back off. Emo. To the left hand, has to make damage over the side. They're looking for the Roar. The arrow. Actually connects on the Flyfly. A beautiful hit there from Crit coming in from the side. Flyfly. He's got to turn. He's got to run. He gets the song off in time. Flyfly. He will live.
Oh,
but he has to run.
So unfortunate. Like they just got BKB delivered on the left track. If he had that like 2 seconds earlier, he would probably be able to chase down Nagasar, and all they needed was like maybe 2 hits from the Pulse Nova. But what an arrow from Crit. Like Crit just
that was
like
pretty much max arrow. Yeah. And well, Ollie needs to change his underwear after that one. that was a little too
close one for sure. So next Roshan may respawn in 20 seconds. We'll see, it's gonna be a longer respawn. If it's like early respawn, EG should just try to go inside. They know that the song is on cooldown. They also want to have that level 18 on Nagasar. It's a big difference, 40-second difference between level 2 and level 3 ulti.
And we'll check this fight again, as you say, just getting on Arteezy. Didn't quite have the BKB delivered yet, so struggle to really take that fight to just take that down.
Look at this.
I mean, it was the combo as well, the Roar from Ice actually pushing the Nagasar into the arrow. So a real combo play there between the two of them.
Yeah, the real combo was actually overlapping stunts, and unfortunately, no, it was a sick arrow. But they needed a little bit more damage, like 200 damage. JT
Getting on here, already back in the action on the backside. Jumping over towards Punker. Punker's not able to die back in time. Emo's the front. Emo's down.
Don't look too scared.
EG with those 2
Radiant's
kills, they
top
can
tower.
look to continue to push on, take this tier 2 tower.
And Emo, he does not get the shit done. This is like 3rd or 4th time already that he was not able to get it off. E-Blade is done, but the tier 2 tower
Radiant's
also
top
gone.
tower is
Roshan, long respawn time. It was like full duration respawn, 3 minutes. Crit has also a Spirit Vessel, so that's going to help quite a lot against those heals, the overtime damage. EG 5k gold lead for now.
Likely to get a lot of value out of the Vessel this game. Of course, always good against the Morphling. He's got to wait to dispel it, but as we're seeing most of the time, he has to use that sort of silence if he gets jumped upon by Arbed. So there's always
It's also, you know, you need to be careful about that Yule Scepter. It's a great setup for Mirana's arrow. They have 2 Yule Scepter. It's a good item. Kaka this time around just changing things a bit. You know, if you wanted to get the Hex against the Storm Spirit, decides to go for the full pipe. He was extremely farmed. I think it's a correct choice. You know, playing into last track, playing into Storm Spirit, there's going to be a ton of magical damage. You just want to be able to tank up yourself and your own team.
Looking to wait around the Roshan timer. Minute and 2 up. Ice, heading in. Found Ollie there with the army. Flyfly trying to hold back. The BKB down to Ice. He's going to turn towards Flyfly and then jump in. Roars down. Arbed, Crit, and Ice surrounding him. He's tanky, but he's not tanky enough there to withstand the damage here from 4 members of EG. The rest of IG just nowhere close enough to help out.
And Beastmaster this time around also has a BKB ready just to be able to go in. Like, they don't have abilities that go to match community. JT?
Arteezy's found him here with the help of Fly. He's going to drop the arena, but there's no way for JT. So he's going to try and take it, but with a BKB up on Arteezy. That was a bit of an unnecessary loss there for IG after they'd already lost 2 out on the map.
JT stance was just TP, but this time around did not really work out. It was, you know, that most of the time that's not gonna work out. Damage coming out from Lash is just a bit too high. They're also controlling the outpost, the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, that hurts for sure now. He's going to get some space. Be back in my day, JT was bringing sexy back, and nowadays he doesn't even know how to get back.
Shadow.
He needs that BKB. He's also a bit like under level. Like he's level 14, 30 minutes in, while Beastmaster's almost level 20.
See RTZ there having a bit of a giggle.
The prize is mine.
737 hit. Comb. I think RTZ. I think he's taken all the times this week, RTZ.
I see no difference. Like, I played for like 15 years, you know, it's not that long in Dota, but every single time it happens, like someone just steals my dome.
Yeah, no, there is. Now RTZ's.
If this was a pop game, you know, RTZ getting reported. This is an Overwatch game for sure.
If RTZ was in my post, I think you let him get the time.
Let the fun begin.
Here we go, down mid. Ahmed. Look for leading on to Carter. Down on They're not getting a fisherman with this, they do. Ahmed can with the BKB, gets straight in onto JT. JT in trouble. Trying to back off, but JT's down. Ahmed now to the high ground. He's looking to get the catch on the flyby. The drop of the triple over, but flyby just gets taken out. There's no help for him. The triple over will go off. JT's come back in with a buyback, but there's no flyby for 50 seconds. Ahmed just running him down. RTZ into the motion on top of Emo. Emo's dead. No one back on him. JT in trouble. He's going to be able to unback from the mark. They'll call it GG as EG will take game one.
Man, this was their timing. Like, they grouped around, they got a couple of pickoffs, even without going for the second road, they were feeling themselves. You know, the damage coming up from the last track, he was super farmed. JT caught the arrow like that. That arrow was pretty much...